Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So on today's video, I'm going to keep it brief to the point and I'll help you understand what is happening in the market. Should you panic? Should you not panic? What is it that you should do? First and foremost, if you take a look at this chart, S&P 500 has fallen by roughly 10% in the last 6 months. If you take a look at Nifty chart from today, it has fallen by 2.7% in one single day. If you take a look at charts like Zomato, Paytm, these stocks are getting crushed. So what is exactly happening? Is it a panic situation? Now, of course, you will go on the internet, you will start Googling the reason for the fall today, and you will get some really weird news. So let me walk you through these reasons first. So there are 3 specific reasons that are being quoted. So first reason is that US Fed meeting is going to happen. Okay, US Fed meeting is going to happen and they are likely to increase the interest rate. Therefore, there is a lot of panic in the market because the money might flow from stock market to bond market. So this is first reason that is being touted, but this is nothing new. This has already happened a few days back. So this is definitely not a reason to panic. Second, budget jitters, right? So a lot of people are saying that, hey, budget very uncertain. Something bad might happen on the budget, this, that. So therefore, there is a lot of jitters and therefore the stock market fell today. No, again, not a valid reason. Third and finally, Omicron wave is getting stronger in Europe and Europe, highest number of cases ever, this, that. Correct, but this has been going on for the last few months. So this is something not new. And that cannot lead to a 3% fall in Nifty in one single day. So then what is the precise reason or the true reason as to why the Nifty has fallen? Okay, so let me start discussing that, and let me discuss that by showing you a very specific example to make my point. So let me take you to the Nifty weekly chart and let me draw some support and resistance lines, right? And then I'll explain you the entire story that is going on. So this is the resistance line and this is the support line. Now, what you would observe is that this entire period from roughly 2018 onwards to March 2020 onwards, Nifty moved in this 20% range, right? Now you'll say that, Akshat, this 20% looks really fascinating because 20% if Nifty returns I make, that's decent return, right? In 2.5 year period. Yes, but here you are taking things from the bottom and comparing it to the top. So this is the max gain that you would have made on Nifty, right? But if you compare top to top, for example, this blue point here to here, then the Nifty gains are not that much. So this would be characterized as a sideways moving market from 2018 to roughly 2020. It's not as if that markets were giving very, very high returns. It was a lukewarm market. We were moving towards sideways consolidation. Now, the same situation is playing out now. If you zoom in on the Nifty here, we are consolidating in this particular zone. So this zone might look something like this, that will move like this, right? In this manner, and this will be a sideways consolidation, and there will be periods of rise where the stock market will rise quite abruptly, and there will be periods of fall when the stock market will fall a lot. So this is nothing new. Now let me help you backtest this. Now during this sideways phase, you will see that the markets fell quite a lot. So Nifty here fell by roughly 10.5%. Then here it fell by another 14%. Then another 10-12%. So you can see that this type of stuff keeps on happening. If we compare it to today's scenario, so the market from its top has fallen by roughly 8%. So this is not something which is unprecedented. So you should not be worrying because of that factor. What is the real reason for the fall? The reason is fairly simple, that we are moving towards a sideways consolidation. As I have said on multiple of my videos, that we will move towards sideways consolidation after such a massive run up. So if you believe in that hypothesis, there will be periods when markets will fall quite a lot for absolutely no reason. There will be periods when market will rise up a lot for absolutely no reason. Of course, people will create news and attach some reason associated with it. But the genuine reason is that we are moving towards a sideways market, and therefore this type of situation will keep on playing out. Which brings me to the final section of today's video, which is what is it that you should be doing in this market? Number 1, very simple, you should trade a range. What do I mean by trading a range? Now, if you take a look at the markets today, the markets did not go below 17,000. So the range that you should be trading is 16,500 to 18,500 for the time being. Of course, this range can change. If you want to sell off your stocks, just wait for the Nifty to go back to that 18,000 level range. Sell off your bad stuff and be done with it. If you are looking to buy stuff, then the buying range is already there. You should be aggregating stocks at roughly 17,000 mark in bulk. Number 2, please don't buy businesses where you cannot hold notional notional losses. What do I mean by that? For example, there are companies like Zomato, Paytm. There is no clarity in terms of the money or the cash flow that they are generating. So in case they fall, for example, Zomato today fell by 20% and a lot of people are panicking because of that. Same situation played out in Paytm. So please don't go and buy businesses where you can't see notional losses. For example, if you are seeing notional losses, by notional losses I mean where loss has happened, your portfolio seems to be in red, but it's not as if that you need to sell off these shares. So from that particular perspective, just buy businesses that make sense. Don't just go and randomly purchase businesses, especially now, because in a growing market, everything grows. But when we are moving in a sideways market, you might have a really hard time navigating bad businesses that you might have purchased. Third and finally, please don't do panic selling or panic buying. As long as you're not doing that, that should be completely okay. So, to cut the entire discussion short, please don't be scared about these type of market corrections. These happen very, very frequently. I backtested it, showed you that such scenarios have played out from 2018 to 2020. Markets had fallen multiple times in that 10-15% range. These type of corrections can keep on happening. Your final question would be then, should I wait for 15% correction and then take positions? No, you cannot time it. No one can guess to what levels will Nifty fall. It is impossible to do. But yes, Nifty has created a range, that 16,500-600 range to roughly 18,500 range. That is where we are trading for the time being. And that is the range that you should consider for this sideways movement. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up and I'll see you tomorrow.